Hello everyone. Welcome back to ProMind classes. Hope that you all are doing well. As we are continuing with the NCERT series, we are discussing Class 9th Geography NCERT. And today we are going to discuss chapter number 2, Physical Features of India. Topics in the chapters are Introduction, Major Physiography Divisions, the Himalayan mountains, the northern plains, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, the islands, and how these diverse physical features are useful for India. India is a vast country with varied landforms, which have all major physical features of Earth. That is, mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, and islands. How these physical features are formed? There are some theories behind the formation of physical features. One such theory is the theory of plate tectonics. What is the theory of plate tectonics? This theory explained that upper part of Earth called crust divided into seven major and some minor plates. They are known as tectonic plates. The movement of these plates builds up stresses within the plates and also the continental rocks above, which results as folding, faulting, and volcanic activities. The movement can be classified into three types broadly. Convergent boundary. When some plates comes towards each other from convergent boundary, it may lead to either collide and crumble or one may slide under the other. So this is the feature of convergent boundary. Divergent boundary. When some plates move away from each other, it is formed divergent boundary. Transform boundary. When some plates move horizontally past each other and form transparent boundaries, this is called transfer boundary. The movements of the plates along with the process, such as weathering, erosions, and depositions, have changed in the position and the size of continents over millions of years and also responsible for evolution of present landform features of India. The oldest landmass, that is peninsular part of India, was a part of Gondwana land. Now we will discuss about Gondwana land. There was a time when India, Australia, South Africa, South America, and Antarctica were one single landmass known as Gondwana land. It was the southern part of supercontinent Pangaea. Northern part was known as Angara land. Now we will discuss about the formation of Himalayas. The earth crust was divided into a number of pieces by conventional currents. The Indo-Australian plate separated from Gondwana land and drifted towards north, which resulted in the collision of plate with a much larger Eurasian plate. Due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks, which were accumulated in geocycline known as tides, were folded, which result in the formation of mountain system of Western Asia and Himalaya. Formation of Northern Plain. The upliftment of Himalaya from Thales Sea and settling of northern flank of peninsular plateau created a large basin. In due time, gradually, the basin get filled with the deposition of sediments by the river flowing from mountains in north and the peninsular plateau in south, which created a flat land of extensive alluvial deposit known as northern plains of India. Geologically, the peninsular plateau are most stable land blocks as it was one of the ancient land masses on Earth's surface. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. The Himalayan mountains form an unstable zone as it has very youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast flowing rivers. Now, we will discuss about major physiography division of India. The Himalayan mountains. It is geologically young and structurally folded mountains which run along the northern borders of India. The range runs from west, that is from Indus, to east direction, that is Brahmaputra, covering a distance of about 2400 km, representing loftiest peak in the world. Width varies from 400 kilometers in Kashmir to 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. Altitude, that is height variation, is greater in eastern half than those in the western part. Longitudinal divisions of Himalaya, which is divided into three: the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri, the Lesser Himalaya or Himachal, and the third is the Shivaliks. We will discuss each of them in a little bit detail. So let's get started with the Greater or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is in the northernmost range and most continuous range, consisting the loftiest peak with an average height of 6000 meters. It contains all the famous peaks. The folds are asymmetrical in nature. The basic part of this Himalayas is composed of granite. It is perennially snowbound and a number of glaciers descend from this range. The Lesser Himalaya or Himachal. The height varies between 3700 and 4500 meters and the average width is of 50 km. Longest and most important ranges are Pir Panjal Range and Dhauladhar and Mahabharata Range. Famous valley of this range are the Kashmir, the Kangra, the Kulu Valley in Himachal Pradesh. Also, this range is famous for hill stations. The Shivaliks. This is the outermost range of Himalayas. They extend over a width of 10 to 50 km and have a height vary between 900 and 1100 meters. It is composed of unsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges. The valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The longitudinal valley lying between the Lesser Himalaya and Shivaliks are known as dunes. Dehradun, Kotli Dun, and Patli Dun are some of the well known dunes. Now we will discuss about the Himalayas division on the basis of region from west to east. Division have been made by river valleys. So basically it is divided into four regions. Punjab Himalayas, Kumaon Himalayas, Nepal Himalayas, and Assam Himalayas. Punjab Himalayas, the part of Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj, from west to east respectively, regionally known as Kashmir and Himachal Himalayas. Kumaon Himalayas, the part of Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali rivers. Nepal Himalayas, the part lying between Kali and Tista river. Assam Himalayas, the path lying between Tista and Dihong rivers. Now we will discuss about the Purvanchal or eastern hills and mountains. The mountain range of eastern India, it is marked by Brahmaputra. The Himalayas blend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundaries of India after Dihang Gorge. These hills, running through the northeastern states, that is, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, and eastern Assam states, and are mostly composed by strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks. Hills are covered with dense forest. It comprises the Patkai Hills, the Naga Hills, Manipur Hills, and Mizo Hills. The Northern Plains. The Northern Plains have been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra along its tributaries. It is formed of alluvial soil. The vast basin lying at the foothills of Himalayas is deposited with alluvium, fine particles of silt and clay, and larger particles of sand and gravel over a millions of years and form this plain. Area of northern plain is 7 lakh square kilometer. Length of northern plain is 2400 kilometer. Breadth of northern plain is 240 to 320 kilometer. It is densely populated region. It is agriculturally very productive region of India due to rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate. The rivers coming from northern mountains brought a huge amount of eroded soil which help in depositional work. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of river decreases, which results in the formation of riverine islands, an island formed by river. Also, in lower course river, split into numerous channels due to deposition of silt known as distributaries. The northern plains is broadly divided into three parts, that is the Punjab plains, the Ganga plains, and the Brahmaputra plains. The Punjab plains, the western part of northern plain, formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. The Ganga plains, It is extended between Ghaggar and Tista rivers, spread over the states of northern India, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, partly Jharkhand, and West Bengal. The Brahmaputra Plains lie in the east of Ganga Plain, particularly in Assam. Northern Plain is not flat land. The vast plain long have diverse relief features. Northern plains can be divided into four regions according to variation in relief features. That is, Bhabar, laying at the foot of Shivalik, a narrow 8 to 16 km wide belt of pebbles. Terai, lying next to Bhabar, a wet and marshy area with wildlife and forest. Bhangar, older alluvium plain which rise above the level of floodplains. Khadar, younger alluvial of floodplains. Now, we are going to discuss Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is a tableland composed of old crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to breaking and drifting of Gondwana land. The plateau consists of two broad divisions, the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. Central Highlands. It lies to the north of Narmada River, covering a major area of Malwa Plateau. The Vindhya Range is bounded by Central Highlands on the south and Aravallis in the northwest. The further westward extension gradually merges with the sandy and rocky deserts of Rajasthan. Rivers in this area are the Chambal, the Sindh, Betwa, and Kain. The Central Highlands are wider in west but narrower in east. The eastward extension of this plateau are locally known as Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. The Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by Damodar River. Deccan Plateau. It is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of River Narmada. Satpura Range bounded its broad base in north while Mahadev, the Kaimur Hills and Malkai range from its eastern extension. It is higher in the west and slopes gently eastwards. An extension of Deccan Plateau is also visible in northeast, locally known as Meghalaya, Karbi Along Plateau, and North Chachar Hills. It is separated by a fault from Chota Nagpur Plateau. Three prominent hill range from west to east are Garo, the Khasi, and Jaintia Hills. A distinct feature of Peninsular Plateau is black soil area known as a Deccan Trap. The Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghats mark the west and eastern edge of Deccan Plateau respectively. Western Ghats mark the western edge of Deccan Plateau. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. Higher average height is 900 to 1600 meters. The range is a source of many large rivers such as Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri. It experiences topographic rain mostly in summer to summer monsoon. The height of Western Ghat progressively increase from north to south. Highest peaks include Anai Mundi, that is 2695 meter, and Doda Beta, that is 2637 meter. Eastern Ghats mark the eastern edge of Deccan Plateau. They are discontinuous, irregular, and dissected by river draining into the Bay of Bengal. Lower than Western Ghat, average height is 600 meters. No big river originates from this range. Receives rainfall mostly in winter season through the northeastern monsoon. Mahendragiri, 1501 meter, is the highest peak in Eastern Ghat. Shivaroy Hills and Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of Eastern Ghat. Now we will discuss about the Indian desert. The Indian desert lies towards the western margin of Aravalli Hills. It is a land of undulating topography covered with sand dunes. This region receives very low rainfall below 150 mm per year. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. Luni is the only large river in this region. Barchins, crescent-shaped dunes cover larger areas, but longitudinal dunes become more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. The coastal plains. The narrow coastal strip flank the peninsular plateau running along the Arabian Sea on the west and the Bay of Bengal on the east. It consists of three sections. Northern part of coast is called Konkan, that is Mumbai, Goa. Central stretch is called Connaught Plain. Southern stretch is called Malabar Coast. The plains along the Bay of Bengal east part are wide and level. The northern part is known as Northern Kirkar, while the southern part is known as Coromandel Coast. Large rivers such as Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and Kaveri has formed extensive delta on eastern coast. Lake Chilka is an important feature along the eastern coast. Now we will discuss about the islands. The Lakshadweep island group in the Arabian Sea is close to Kerala. This group of islands is composed of small coral islands. The Lakshadweep Islands were earlierly known as Lekadive, Minicoy, and Amindive. It covers a small area of 32 square kilometers. Karavati Island is the administrative headquarters of Lakshadweep. The Piti Island, which is uninhabited, has a bird sanctuary, and it is known as Pakshi Piti. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are an elongated chain of islands located in Bay of Bengal. They are bigger in size and are more numerous and shattered. The entire group of islands is divided into two broad categories: the Andaman in north and Nicobar in south. These islands are an elevated portion of submarine mountains. The mountains are major source of water and forest wealth. The northern plains are granaries of the country. The plateau is a storehouse of minerals, which has played a crucial role in industrialization of country. The coastal region and island groups provide sites for fishing and port activities. So, here we have completed the entire chapter. Hope that all your concept regarding this chapter is cleared. Hope that you like this video and please do share this video. Thanks a lot for subscribing our channel, and if you are new here, then please do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so every time we upload a new video you get notified. Thanks a lot for your precious time over here. Have a good day. Stay tuned with ProMind.